John Jacob Niles was born in 1892 in Louisville, Kentucky. Niles inherited a great musical heritage from his family. His grandfather was a composer, organist, and cello manufacturer. Niles' mother taught him music theory as a child. In 1904, the Niles family moved to a farm in rural Jefferson County. It was here that John Jacob began collecting local folk music. In the 20s, Niles enlisted in the Army Signal Corps and flew a reconnaissance plane. During the war, Niles continued collecting folk songs and led to the publication of 2 books, Singing Soldiers and Songs My Mother Never Taught Me. Upon his return to the United States, Niles moved to Chicago and sang with the Lyric Opera, performing on the Westinghouse radio. He later returned to the southern Appalachian Mountains with photographer Doris Ullman to continue ballad collecting and led to another published book of folk songs. These are the notes Niles wrote about I Wonder as I Wander.
I Wonder as I Wander grew out of 3 lines of music sung for me by a girl who called herself Annie Morgan. The place was Murphy, North Carolina, and the time was July 1933. The Morgan family, revivalists all, were about to be ejected by the police after having camped in the town square for some little time, cooking, washing, and hanging their wash from the Confederate monument, and generally conducting themselves in such a way as to be classed as a public nuisance. They had to hold one more meeting in order to buy enough gas to get out of town. It was then that Annie Morgan came out, an unwashed blonde and very lovely. She sang the first 3 lines of the verse, I wonder as I wander. At 25 cents a performance, I tried to get her to sing all the song. After 8 tries, all of which are carefully recorded in my notes, I had only 3 lines of verse, a garbled fragment of melodic material, and a magnificent idea. With the writings of the additional verses and the development of the original melodic material, I Wonder as I Wander came into being. I sang it for 5 years in my concert before it caught on. Since then, it has been sung by soloists and choral groups wherever the English language is spoken and sung.
Niles' last original work was a song cycle of settings of poems by the Trappist monk Thomas Merton. Niles passed away in 1980 and is buried next to his wife in the graveyard of St. Hubert's Episcopal Church in Clark County, Kentucky. The minor key, minor intervals, and unfinished cadences, as well as the questioning pensiveness and gentle free speech, make I Wonder as I Wander one of the great timeless carols.